The temple burned behind him, its sacred banners curling into ash as the wind carried the scent of charred wood and spilled blood across the battlefield. The black-armored warrior stood among the fallen, his crimson blade humming softly as the embers danced in his wake. They called him the Demon of Kageyama. Clad in dark samurai armor, its metal blackened by war, he was no mere man but a force of nature. His kabuto, shaped like a twisted oni mask, hid all traces of humanity. His tattered robes, once bearing the sigil of his former clan, now hung like funeral shrouds. His eyes, if he still had them, were unseen behind the ominous void of his faceplate. The lone survivor of the massacre trembled before him, clutching his wounded side, his katana shaking in his grip. You were once a man of honor," he stammered. "You were Radav 10, the Emperor's sword. What happened to you?" The demon was silent. The only answer was the low, unnatural hum of his blade. "You turned against your own," the man gasped. "You killed your master. You slaughtered your brothers." The warrior stepped forward, his armored feet sinking into the blood-soaked earth. His presence alone crushed hope heavier than any blade. "You are a monster," the samurai spat, raising his sword. "I will end this nightmare." With a roar of defiance, he lunged, his blade a silver flash in the firelit night. The demon did not move. One swing, one motion. The red blade whispered through the air. The samurai gasped as his sword shattered, his body frozen mid-strike. A thin, glowing line traced across his armor before the weight of death pulled him apart. His body fell in two clean halves, collapsing into the mud. The demon exhaled, a slow, mechanical sound like wind through a hollow mask. He turned from the carnage, the red glow of his sword reflecting in the dying embers of the temple. Honor was dead. The Emperor was dead. There was only the sword and the silence that followed.